Hello YouTube and welcome to Solo Delta Gamers. My name is Adam and today I'm going to be taking a look at Rime. It's a brand new game that just came out not too long ago and it's available on pretty much every platform. It's available on the PS4, the Xbox One, it's out on Steam, I believe it's on the Wii U, and it's coming to the Switch very soon. I went ahead and I picked it up on the PS4. You can see right there, that's the physical copy of the game on PS4, which is really cool because that came with this map of the world, the in-game world, right there. It's made out of some sort of felt-like material, which is really nice. I like that they went ahead and included that on the physical copy of the game. And yeah, I'm playing it on PS4. You can tell that I'm in this menu screen right here. Little quick thing. When you play the game for the first time, it actually doesn't bring up the menu screen, and instead it just throws you into the game. So I'm gonna be starting a new game, but I did play through this a little bit before because I started recording and there were some technical difficulties that I noticed after I finished recording. So I'm gonna go ahead and start a new game. This is a puzzle game. I do know the solution to some of the puzzles, but they're not incredibly difficult to figure out, but I'll have more things that I can talk about as I'm going through the gameplay here. Alright, sorry, I just kind of tuned out there for a second, but that was a nice little opening cutscene we had there, and this is the start of the game. You're just kind of thrown in, you're this boy that washed up onto this shore, and you're not really sure what's going on, what your goal is. The game kind of leads you to believe that you're supposed to head towards this tower over here, which is true. I like the subtlety. I mean, it's not very subtle, but it's not like the game, you know, would pop up with text that says, I think I should head to that building over there. You know, a bad game would do that. A bad game would say, you can walk over to that building. That's what you should do. But I think a good game kind of leads you to come to that conclusion yourself, you know. I think when a game assumes that you're stupid or assumes that you can't make those sort of decisions yourself, then it's bad. Or if it's presented in a way that you would never really come to that conclusion without the text itself, then that's also bad. But yeah, you're supposed to head towards that building, and we'll get there. We'll get there. So we get a nice little transition into a beautiful cutscene that shows off that gigantic open world that we're in here, which is it's absolutely beautiful. It's stunning graphics. This is Unreal Engine 4. You can tell when I'm going down this hill that he's kind of, the way he was walking was like he was struggling to keep his balance as he went down the hill, and that's just a nice little thing that they added to the game. Like you can see here, he's sort of hunched forward to make sure he doesn't fall backwards as he goes down the hill or up the hill, and then down the hill he kind of does an opposite sort of animation that you would expect from someone running down a hill. There's a lot of attention to detail went into making this game, and I really appreciate when a game does that. So what we got here is we got some statues with beams of light coming out of them, and it's very obvious that that's where we need to go. So we have one all the way over there, one there, and I know that there's another one, oh, all the way over there. So this first one here is the closest one we are to, and there is a big pig thing blocking the way. Don't quiz me on my biology. But there's nothing we can do. We can try to yell at it, but that doesn't work. So what are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna try to lure it away, right? So this was something that was a little less obvious to me when I first played through this. But what I figured out is if you go up to these trees here, you can actually pick the fruit off the trees, and then the animals that are in the game are attracted to you. Now, when I first played through this, there were a few other animals that followed me up the hill. So I don't know if I was supposed to do that or not. But what happened was I brought all of them together, and it actually gave me a trophy for doing that. But I don't know. I don't think you have to do that. I think that's just like a hidden extra thing. If you bring all of them together, you get a trophy that's called something else. Oh, look, they're over there. You can see them. So let me try that real quick. Back over here? No? Okay, maybe. Is that the mama? I don't know. They look the same to me. Is that racist? That's gotta be the mama. Or maybe it's just... No, that's the mama. And then there was one more over here. There he is. Well, anyway, I think last time you get a trophy for doing this. So, last time I did it, I got a trophy for doing that. And I did activate that statue, didn't I? Yeah, and so what happens when you activate that statue is it glows up one of these things here. And now we need to go and find the other three. So we can see there's one up this hill here. So let's go and try to activate that. So that's the second statue activated right there. And it's gonna flow very, very nicely to activate that statue. So we can see that there's one there, and then there's one all the way back to that building that we were sort of pointed towards earlier. And the way we get to there is through this nice little pathway. I wonder... Yeah, no, that's where we came from earlier. So what we got to do is we got to kind of make our way around this sort of rocky structure here. And this little ledge right here, it's got a nice white outline on the top of it, which tells you basically you can climb on any, or you can hang from any platform that kind of has that nice little outline. Right, so this earlier there was a little collectible that you get to pick up, and I can show you in the extras menu that you pick up these little toys that are on these statues. So there was a fox statue here earlier, and I mean, I wish I could tell you what I wish I could show you what it looked like when it was there. But basically, I'm getting the idea that, you know, that's going to show up every now and then. It's not required to move on, but you can collect that. And then there's these other things that are called, what were they? They were emblems. And there's all different emblems around that you can collect as well. And they come in 4 different pieces. So in order to collect one emblem, you have to collect the 4 different pieces of that emblem. Climbing, you just walk right up to the wall. There's no difficult controls for that. I like when a game doesn't force you to press a button to climb something, because it doesn't feel very intuitive. it's a lot easier, and it feels a lot nicer when you can just walk up to a wall and you start climbing it immediately without being forced to push a button to make you do it. So we have this mysterious guy, right? And the red cloaked mysterious guy that just kind of shows up every now and then, and it's not entirely clear what he's doing here. It's not entirely clear what you're doing here, or how you got here, who you are. Just from what little I've already played of the game, I don't really know any kind of plot. You're just kind of following a path that you're not quite sure why you're doing it, but it seems like that's what you're supposed to be doing, or at least, you know, it's working. So, oh geez, I almost didn't make that. That would have sucked. Thankfully, you can hang from those ledges, so geez. The first time I played this, I made both of those jumps no problem, but of course, now that I got everything working, it's not as good. I'm not as good. So there was the first collectible, I forgot the name again. What's it called? Emblem. The first emblem piece was, of course, on that platform over there, and I can show you how to get there. Also, if you fall off this ledge here, you die, and you just respawn like right next to where you died. So there's really not a big punishment for death. So don't worry about dying in this game, or dying really. So oh wait. No, that's right where I came from, right? So you can jump. There's a little jump here that you need to make, and then if you come up here, this is where that emblem piece is. So you can jump down there, and then you're able to get back up and walk and continue down this path, which leads you right back to where you came from, and you can activate the final statue, which is like hella far away. Yeah, it's way across the other side of the map. I mean, this world, it feels big, and I like that. It's not too big, you know. It's not overwhelming, and it's not boring, because it's very atmospheric, and getting from point A to point B doesn't feel like too much of a chore. Now I think you can see the red guy over there, the red cloaked guy, a bit like the G-Man in Half-Life. You know, he just kind of shows up, and you're not really sure who he is or what he's doing, but you know you need to go towards him. He's mysterious, and you gotta figure out what his purpose is and what your purpose is. And ooh, okay, I did just fall off of that. That was my bad, my B. But we're okay. We're still on course to activate the final statue. Now, I would try to get up to the red guy over there, but there's actually no way to get up to where he is. I wonder, let me see if I can see him from the front. Does he have a face? Doesn't look like he has a face. He's very mysterious. The no-faced red guy. Red cloaked guy. Now here we need to push circle to dive. Right? And we can go deeper by holding circle. And then if we hold the X button, we can float back up to the surface. And we can hang on this ledge, of course. Climb up. And the red guy is gone. Vanished. Poof. Into thin air. Where did he go? The world may never know. I don't know. I don't know anything about the red guy yet. I didn't get that far. So we got our final statue activated. So we need to head back to the area before where the other statues were located. And it's nice because if you forget where anything is, you can just follow the activated statue spirit back to safety, back to where you need to go. And then we go and we yell at the final statue in the center. And we get a friend. A nice little friendly fox to show us the way. So this world is very big. So there's a lot of little hidden areas that you can explore. Things I'm sure I'm gonna miss. So you could spend a lot of time looking at every single little detail and trying to figure out, you know, what's all the hidden extras you can find, and then you can look at them in that menu, of course. But the game is very good about telling you where you need to go, what the next objective is. You know, it sort of guides you in a very not too obvious way, but just enough, you know, pointing and nudging to kind of make sure you figure out where you need to go. So I don't know if there's anything hidden down in that area there, but I'm not gonna try to find out. So basically this little second, you know, puzzle type thing here it's sort of teaching you how these statues work. They activate certain platforms or unlock certain doors. Now this one, you can see his head sort of ticking like a clock, which when I first did this I assumed because his head was moving that way it meant I only had a limited amount of time to make this jump, which of course I do. As you can see right there, I didn't make it, so I need to activate the statue again. And when the statue actually, when you get close enough to the statue, it glows, meaning you're in range to activate that statue. You're in range to activate the statue and open up the next pathway. So we have a little fox friend, but he might be, I don't know. It didn't seem like he was too fond of us. So he's leading us up this path here. Although it looked like there was some more things to explore in that direction. But I think this is where we're supposed to go. And the next thing we need to do is activate this door here. But it looks like we could go in this direction. Yes. I remember I went in this direction before. And over here there was another little collectible, right? There was one of those. It was the second piece to that first emblem that I found was right here on this platform. And that's all that's over in this direction. So back to the task at hand, we're presented with some more statues here. And you think, you know, at first glance you're supposed to just activate all three of them, which will then open the door. But actually, you need to stand in just the precise location so that when you push triangle, you activate all three statues at the same time, thus opening up the door. Now this is a cool little mural on the wall here. You can see the fox tail and the body of the fox is sort of leading you. It's guiding you to where you need to go, which of course is that very tall building there. And I like the way the perspective sort of changes when you move the camera like that. You can see how the perspective of the building sort of changes, and I like that. It's very, I don't know, it's a very smooth, very nice, appealing thing to look at. So we come and we're presented with the next type of puzzle here, right? Which is more of a visual puzzle. Now it looks like there's a door over here, but we actually can't go that way yet, so we have to go in this direction. And this is a nice little interesting visual puzzle. It's the first puzzle is very easy. And basically, I really like the way this game works. It does, you know, what most puzzle games do is it shows you a very easy thing to solve, so you kind of understand the mechanics of the way the puzzle works, and then it presents you with harder versions of that same type of puzzle. Which is a very nice way of sort of easing you in to the gameplay. You know, rather than give you some sort of boring tutorial where you have to read through, you know, in order to solve this puzzle, you need to go and stand on the platform. Use the left analog stick to move the player's... Sorry about that. I seem to be having quite a few technical difficulties today, but we're just gonna push on through it and hope that nothing else breaks again. So here we're presented with our second visual puzzle, but it's in combination with the moving platforms that we had earlier down at the bottom of this building. And what we're supposed to do is we need to move this platform to the location. It's marked on the floor, so you know it's easy to figure out where you're supposed to move it to. And now that we have it set up in just the right way, we can look through the pillar and solve the puzzle. Man, this game is just... it's really good. Like, it's just... the graphics, Unreal Engine 4 really makes this game just really good. And we keep, you know, you can see that this building here is very important. That's our main goal. We keep being reminded of this big building. Everywhere we go, we always get a glimpse of it. And that's where we need to get to. That's our final, you know, resolution, is we need to get to that big building across the way. So we have this little guy here, right? But I'm not sure what we need to do with that yet. So we're just gonna keep going through here, and we are presented with another puzzle. Now this one is a little bit trickier. It took me a minute to kind of figure this out. So we can move our viewing platform to any angle we want. I could move it there. But this, you can see how the gold outline there sort of is telling us that that's the position, you know, we need it to be in. So what we need to do is we need to take our moving platform here, push it around to the other area that's marked on the floor with a little symbol of the platform. We can go ahead and look through the viewing pillar, line up the pieces, and what happened wasn't what I was expecting when I first did this, but it took the golden pieces that were on that doorway and added them onto this platform, which was something I really wasn't expecting because it's different from the last one that we did, or the last two that we did. And so what we needed to do is get those golden pieces onto this pillar so that we could use that in addition to the other existing golden pieces. And now we need to move our viewing pillar back, go up onto it, and place the pieces just right so that we can unlock the door on the other side of this bridge here. Now, this door here opens up, and that's where the fox kind of leads us to. But I wanted to go check out that other piece that was back here in the room. I wonder if that door opened up. No, it didn't. I am curious as to what that's for. Maybe that'll be explained later. Maybe that's for a later puzzle in the game, but I am actually really curious about that block and why it's there. Because it doesn't seem... Ooh, what's down there? Is that where we came from? I think that's where we came from. Where did we come from? Where did we go? Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Oh? Don't do that. Don't die. So we can head down here, which is really, it's just kind of a shortcut from the way we came. And we come back to the big open door, and we see that the cloaked red guy is there. And he was looking at this very peculiar mural on the wall. And we can see there's a guy who's got a crown, so we can assume he's some sort of king or an emperor or something to that effect. And the people there, right? And whenever you move, it seems like the it glows. There's an ice cream truck outside. I can hear the music. I don't know if you guys can hear the music playing, but there's an ice cream truck outside. Da na 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 da 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 da. That's what it's playing. Whew. Right. So again, it's showing us that building that we keep seeing with the big keyhole symbol at the top of it. It keeps reminding us that that's an important place that we need to get to, or at least that's what I'm assuming. That's how I'm interpreting that, and I'm pretty sure that's correct. So now it's going to introduce us to the key, right? This is the key puzzles to the game. The keys. No, you can't go that way. So you get the key, you take it, you put it in the door. Very straightforward. You put it in the keyhole. It turns, and then the door opens up, and you can progress. And so that was sort of the game's easy way of showing us, you know, that's how the key mechanics works. So now it's presenting us with an even harder key puzzle, which the key is located in the middle of this big open pit. And we need to get to that somehow. But I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, because I just wanted to take a little bit of a time to sort of look at this game, because it does seem like a really fantastic game. And I want to play more of it. But I want you guys to tell me, you know, if you're enjoying this game. If you want to see me play more of this game, go ahead and let me know in the comments section below. And thank you guys for watching Solo Delta Gamers. My name is Adam, and don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and all of that other fun stuff.